Today is the spring equinox, and I don't know where you are necessarily, but here in Halifax it is pouring rain, which is so symbolic and beautiful of this day and the energy that it contains, that of purification. So this morning I'm going to infuse in our vinyasa practice kriya, which is called Surya Kriya. So some components and aspects of Surya Kriya. Surya is the sun energy. It is the energy of purification. It's the energy of clarity and really the energy of kundalini, right? That energy rising. So we need that Surya, that strong energy, that powerful energy to help us purge, move, sweat, breathe, and continue to function day to day, especially right now with things becoming so uncertain. And so what I really want to encourage for you today as you do this practice is, number one, of course, modify anything that you need to whenever you need to. If we're standing on your hands, your wrists hurt, shoulders are bad, use your forearms. We're doing core work and you're pregnant, leave that out. One of the things that you will experience in this practice is what we call breath of fire, so a powerful, rapid breath happening through the belly. You might be used to Kapalabhati, the forced exhale. This is forced inhale and exhale. You want to do that as slow as you need to do it so that you feel stable and safe, especially if you're not seated. And then last but not least, before we get started, I read this really beautiful quote this morning from this woman who shared it, and she said routine could be the rope in which we pull ourselves out of this. And I just thought that was really profound, because for me, ritual and routine is key to not my physical health, but my mental health. So a lot of why I do this, daily movement, daily practice, daily meditation, is for my mental, emotional health. And so if you are kind of fluctuating and having a hard time getting out of bed, there's a schedule for these classes. Really want to encourage you to keep to the schedule. Join us live. There's power in the collective. I keep saying this because it doesn't matter how far away we are from each other. When we move together, breathe together, we're all using that rope to climb out. I woke up a little bit fearful and anxious this morning, so I'm looking forward to this practice because that Surya energy helps to purge, cleanse, and clear. Same with the spring equinox. So we're in it today. Do your best. Take breaks when you need to. Modify as you need. But really devote yourself to this next hour or so and being in your body, cleansing the mind, and just setting your intention for this new season. Deeply important, okay? So coming into a nice comfortable seated position, legs crossed if that feels good for you, or you can stay sitting on your heels if that's where you are. We'll bring our hands together in front of the heart. Give them a vigorous shake and rub. Feel that warmth building between your hands. Close your eyes and then slow it down to bring your hands in front of your heart and into stillness. Slight little tuck of the chin towards the throat, Jalandhar Bandha, so you feel the back of your neck get longer, and roll the eyes up towards the third eye point. An internal gaze between the eyebrows. Press the palms together a little deeper. Start to lengthen and deepen your breath. Take a moment, maybe set an intention for the practice, that deeper why. Why did you get up early to do this? Why are you here? Why do you keep moving? What do you need? What would you like to call in? What would you like to manifest? It doesn't matter. It could be a word, feeling, affirmation. Just create that intention. We'll invoke our collective presence through our virtual space, as well as our collective or individual intentions, by chanting the sound of Om one time. Deep inhale. chant 3 rounds of Adi Mantra, our traditional kundalini invocation. So the mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo, Om, O-N-G, we feel it in the sinuses. The first round we chant as an invocation to the teachers that came before, our highest guides, angels, energy of love, truth, compassion, whatever it is you connect to. The second round we chant as an invocation to our own inner teacher, the Guru, our ability to transform darkness into light. And the third round as an invocation to normally those that would be right in front of us, behind us, and beside us, but in this virtual space, to each other, to holding this space, to the energy of transformation, love, compassion. So if you're not familiar with the mantra, feel free to listen first and join in when you're ready, or just take in that collective vibration knowing that we're chanting for you. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Come back to your intention. Exhale, relax the breath. Bring your hands onto your thighs. You're going to take your right thumb and block your right nostril. So right thumb to right nostril. Use fingers if that feels better. Peace fingers work fine too. And we're just going to inhale and exhale here through the left nostril a couple of times. So blocking right, inhale, exhale through the left nostril. So opposite than the sun energy, we work with the moon or the lunar energy. So eyes are closed, rolled up to the third eye point. Breathe full, long, deep breaths in and out through your left nostril. If it's blocked, feel free to unplug the right nostril and just visualize your breath moving in and out through the left. And next time that you breathe in through the left nostril, hold your breath at the top for a count or two. And then exhale to let it go. Release your right hand onto your right thigh. Inhale both your arms up over your head, nice and slow. As you exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground beside you, gentle little tip over towards the right, flaring the left ribs, and then you breathe into your side waist. Try to get the side lung moving too, the back lung here. Good. Inhale, both arms up over your head. Exhale, hands come down in front of you, prayer-like position, and then onto your thighs. Take your left thumb or peace fingers, block your left nostril. Close the eyes, roll the gaze to the third eye, long deep breathing through that Surya side, the right side. Remember, if you need to, unplug and just visualize the breath moving. As you breathe, can you follow that breath through the nostrils up into that third eye point that you're visualizing? And can you breathe out from that third eye point as well, feeling the breath flow out of the nostril? So a great way to wake up and stimulate the pineal gland, pituitary gland, these kind of master glands that govern over all of our hormones in the body, especially first thing in the morning. And let's take one more deep breath in. Once you're really, really full, hold your breath at the top for a count or 2. And then exhale, release it, let it go. Left hand to left thigh. Inhale, both arms up over your head. And then exhale, left hand comes down, push your ribs over to the right and give your body a lean to the left. Use that left hand to help bubble out those right ribs. And then breathe into the sides, and if you can, feel the breath in the back of that right lung. Good. Inhale, both arms up over your head, deep breath. Exhale, drag the hands down that central channel right into your heart center. Place the hands onto the thighs. We're going to switch the legs, so if your other leg comes in front now, make sure it still feels good and comfortable for your body. Hold on to your shins. We're coming into what's called a camel ride in kundalini yoga. So unlike cat-cow, we want to make this a little bit more forceful and vigorous, especially through the prana, through the breath. So we inhale to pop the chest forward, and we exhale to push the back of the heart back. Chin stays parallel to the floor, so your head doesn't go over long for the ride, okay? So you close your eyes, gaze at your third eye, inhale forward, exhale back. So remember, when we're in the kriya part of this practice, try to maintain just the posture if the breath isn't good for you this morning. So that rapid type, full, powerful breathing might not be good if you're pregnant, for example, or even menstruating. If this shape, this movement isn't good for your body, sit still and do the breath instead, right? Don't do nothing, do something. Stick with your intention. You showed up, carry on. Last 2, last 1. Inhale, sit up, breathe up, fill up. Hold the breath at the top. And then exhale, let it go. Good. Move on to your hands and knees. Make sure the knees are directly underneath your hips and kind of stay there as you do this. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling, deep breath in. As you exhale, wind it under your body. Bring your head and shoulder to the ground or a block if that feels better. Try to actively pull your left hip back into the socket when you're in this twist. And then same, energetically pull the right arm back like you're trying to get your right shoulder blade onto your back shoulder into the socket again, right? Just an energetic pull. You'll feel this expansion through the ribs and the collarbone of the front chest. Take one more full breath in, and then exhale. Inhale, take your right arm all the way back up towards the sky, unwind. And exhale, bring your right hand to the ground. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm goes up. And then exhale, thread the needle, come down onto the ground, and then your right hip pulls back. Hips stay over the knees. And then that energetic pull back of your left shoulder into the socket. Try to move your belly with the breath. So you're really starting to wake up the abdominal organs, giving them that little squish, massage, and every exhale. And this is key, right? Because we have to learn ways to self-massage because no one's getting one, very sadly, for a while. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out. And inhale, sweep your left arm all the way back up towards the sky. And exhale, left hand comes down. Good, deep breathe in nice and deep, tuck your toes. Exhale, first downward facing dog. Feel free to shimmy the hips side to side, pedal your feet if you need. Just get into your body in some way that feels good here. Elbows or knees on the ground might work better for your shoulders. Learn to really take good care of yourself, right? That starts in your practice here and now. Long, deep breaths. And then inhale, lift the heels up nice and high. As you exhale, soften the knees, look forward, tiptoe all the way up towards the top of your mat. Take your time. As you arrive, inhale, lift halfway, pull the heart forward, shoulders back, chin in. And then exhale, fold, maybe soften the knees, especially at the start. Inhale, take your arms all the way up over your head. And then exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Good. Close the eyes wherever you are or gaze at the floor for a moment. Pause. And in that pause, come back to your intention, your breath, the present moment. And recognize that a practice like this most especially is like training, right? Training for the challenging stuff, the tough stuff. We've gotten very soft and gentle, complacent, permissive in yoga, and that's great to make it accessible, but we also need it to build strength and courage and endurance, right? This fortification within your own body, mind, especially for when we're in crisis, chaos, challenging times. So this is a really important part of the practice. Opening the eyes, inhale your arms up. We're gonna do some traditional namaskars. If it feels good, lean back a little bit, and then exhale, fold forward and down to the ground. On a breath in, lift halfway up, lengthen, especially through the low back, maybe bend your knees. And then exhale, root your hands down, plank pose. Take a nice long breath in, you can place the knees back and down, and as you exhale, softly lower to the ground. Just a little baby cobra, push into the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back, breathe in, and exhale to the mat. As you inhale, push yourself up, maybe knees or toes, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice long inhale, and deep exhale. Take your right leg to the sky, adding in just a little bit. Exhale, knee to nose, step your right foot forward between your hands, help it up if you need to. Inhale to a high lunge, no rush to get there, bend the back knee if it feels better. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step your left foot forward to the top of the mat, inhale to open. And exhale, soften down, draw the navel to the spine. Inhale all the way up to stand. Push into your feet, maybe lean back a little bit. And then exhale, pour your body all the way back down to the ground. Lift halfway up and breathe in. Exhale, step or hop back into plank pose. Make sure that you land lightly so you don't jam your toes. Breathe in from knees or toes. Exhale, bend the elbows, try to graze the ribs, lower softly down. Roll the shoulders, legs are strong. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, table or plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you have those Surya Namaskars. Little variation as you take your left leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot forward, starting to build a little heat. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands find the earth. Step forward, inhale to open halfway, shoulders back, neck long, and then exhale, soften back down. Inhale all the way up. And again, exhale, fold. Heart lifts as you breathe in. And then exhale, plank pose. Taking the breath in plank, inhale. And then exhale to the ground. Find your cobra. Make it feel good in your back. And just a moment to open and offer up your heart. Exhale to the ground. Inhale to rise. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step forward, breathe in. And then bow as you breathe out. And root to rise, inhale. Fold to the earth, last time, exhale. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, plank asana. Deep inhale, set it up. And yourself for success, exhale, lower. Inhale, open and offer up your heart. Exhale, find the earth, ground down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, downward dog. Long breath in. Deep breath out. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, step it forward, help it up if you need to. High lunge, arms reach, rooting through your feet for stability. Exhale, hands find the earth. Framing that left foot, step forward, right foot, breathe in. And exhale, bow a little deeper. Arms reach all the way up, inhale. Hands meet the heart space, exhale. Again, just take a moment, close the eyes. Be with your body, be with your breath. And then opening the eyes, inhale, stretch the arms up again. As you exhale, pour your body forward and down. We're going to come into frog, so I want you to step your feet together so the knuckles and the heels touch. And then you're going to turn your toes out, keeping your heels together. So if you can see that, toes out, heels together. Good. As you inhale, you're here, butt high, toes out, head down. As you exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, squat towards the ground and look up. So that's an exhale. If you can't get all the way down, no fear, right? You can come halfway. This works too, whatever feels okay for your knees. So we inhale together, folding forward, head down, exhale, squat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Stay down on your heels. Get there if you can. Good. Keep the heels high and touching. Walk your hands forward. Soften between the legs. Keep drawing the knees out without the help of your hands. Relax your head towards the ground. So every time we encounter those moments where we feel a little physically or mentally challenged, right, we always have choice. The choice to stay in it, the choice to continue. We might have urges to stop, excuses or those mantras that show up. The practice and the movement, the breath, all gives us an opportunity to let those things that aren't necessarily even remotely part of this experience be there, and we continue moving, right? So we connect to and with that real powerful truth of what's actually happening in the moment. And
Good. Walk your hands back up towards your legs so your head lifts. Good. And then from there, try to draw the knees together, move your hands out of the way, and you're gonna sit your heels down. But that might not be possible for you, that's okay. You can roll up your mat, use anything you need under your heels. We call this crow pose in kundalini. And for me, it's like the Utkatasana 2.0, okay? So if you reach your arms out from here, and then as you inhale, you're gonna come up and reach up to the sky. As you exhale, you're gonna sit to your heels and reach forward. Okay, we're gonna do that 26 times too. I'll give your mind a little break so that you know. So we inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you need to modify, 7, 8, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I know, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you can do it. 24, 25, 26, reach up, reach up, reach up, inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes. Feel your heart beating. Did this beautiful class yesterday. Place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly for a moment. And the teacher said, breathe for all of those that can't breathe right now. Right? For all those who've lost their breath, breathe. Pretty powerful. You know, our mind starts to whine and complain when we do these hard things, and it's so simple, that moment of gratitude, be with your breath. So grateful for that today. Let's open the eyes, inhale, sweep your arms up, and then exhale, pour your body forward and down. Lift halfway up, breathe in, and then exhale, plank pose, step back. Inhale, modify the plank if you need to. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Good. So this next posture, you're going to come up onto your elbows. This is kind of first option. You can also slide your elbows forward if you need to for a bit of reprieve for your back. Slide your elbows under the shoulders though otherwise if that feels good. And then some of you might also feel like it's okay for your back to come into a little bit of a higher cobra. Okay, so that's up to you. You can modify as you need. As I mentioned before, we're doing Kapalabhati here, or what's called breath of fire in Kundalini. So make sure that you get the breath coming from your navel and that it's a pumping action. You want to hear your inhale and your exhale if it's possible today. If you feel like you're kind of hyperventilating, slow it down or come down lower. Take a deep breath in together and then exhale, let it go. Good, inhale about halfway and we begin. So keep going. In Kundalini, the energy of the Kundalini energy is stored at the navel, the third chakra, and it makes its way down to the root and then up that central channel of the spine, right? This is how we move the energy through the spine. So keeping it healthy in this pose, but also starting to stimulate that Kundalini energy. Three, 2, 1, deep breath in. Suspend the breath for a moment. And then exhale, release to the ground. Good, inhale, table or plank pose, take your time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your left leg to the sky, breathe in. And then exhale, step your left foot forward softly between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Good. Exhale, open up into warrior two. So some of us are traditionally familiar with this flow. The add-in might be that we're going to touch our heart instead of our limbs. All right, so you're going to bring right hand to your heart. You're on your left leg forward. Inhale your left arm up towards the sky. That might be enough. If there's room, lean back. And then as you exhale, you're going to place left hand on heart, reach your right arm up, or if your shoulder's healthy, over your head. Right? So right hand to heart, inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, circle the arms, left hand to heart, right arm over. Keep going like that, breathing in. And breathing out. So a little fluid body vinyasa here, helping us clear the aura, the energy that surrounds the body. But also every time we touch our heart, physiological response of things like oxytocin and serotonin, those happy chemicals that float through the body, those hormones that help us maintain those states of breathing, bliss, and contentment. Do a couple more, moving with your breath. And once you land, left elbow to left thigh, bring your forearm down, reach your right arm over your head, side angle pose. Try to hook your left hip under, left knee rolls back. If there's room, you're welcome to slide back. And I know, because I did it with you, that you're feeling this in your left quad. And breathe. Remember, those moments when we build the capacity, the courage, the endurance, the stamina to stick with what feels slightly or very grossly uncomfortable. Right? And then we resist the urges by just noticing that they arrive in the mind to straighten the leg or to fix the pose or fix our clothes, look around. And if you caught yourself in and acting on those urges, great. Right? Self-awareness, warrior two, breathe in. And then exhale, straighten the leg, bring your hands to your hips, turn your left toes in. Walk your feet a little closer together so they're a little wider than your hips. Soften your knees, this is important. We're coming into breath of joy, really great pranayama. Think about every time you breathe in, it's like you're sniffing. So you go, right? You sniff in through the nose, it's a quick, short, powerful inhale. You take your arms up as you breathe in, and then you take your arms out to the side as you breathe in, and then you take your arms back up as you breathe in again. So now you should be full to the top, and you exhale, swish it down and throw it back behind you with a big ha. Right? So it goes. Imagine every time that you go ha and release it, you're letting go of something you don't want to carry with you into this new season. Maybe it's a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of acting. Good, let it go. Come down between the legs. Keep them the width that they are. Let your body just fold and release. Relax your spine, your neck, your breath. Long and deep. Good, lift up a little bit, inhale. Turn back over your left leg to the top of your mat so you're in a lunge. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank pose. Good, and then from here, a little kriya for the heart, right? Cardiovascular. So we call these mountain climbers, right? So you bring your right knee forward and then your left knee forward. And that might be as fast as you go for the next 30 seconds or so. If you want to amp it up, you can add a little hop. And if you're feeling like you still got a lot left in you, you can run it. Okay, so 30 seconds. Try to do long, deep breathing here. Alright, just notice every time you come into these cardiovascular moments when you feel your body coming back online to life, right? option is yours. Decrease it, little baby low cobra, maybe a high cobra. Up to you, shoulders aren't crawling up, you're not hanging out here. Shoulders still back and down, soft elbows, long deep breathing, or you got it, breath of fire. As you do this, see if you can stare at the tip of your nose. Focus your eyes. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale, let it go. Good. Table or plank pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Slow the breath down. Get a little bit more natural. Long, deep breath. Down regulating. Good. Take your right leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands softly. High lunge. Been here before. No rush. And then exhale, open it up into warrior two. Good. Feel the roots of your feet plant down, right? So you have this stability, this base. And even among the movement or this sense of kind of chaos around us, within our arms, maybe within our mind, right? We still feel grounded and rooted. So your arms go out, nice and wide, breathing in. And then we start left hand onto heart, right arm up. Inhale, maybe space to lean back. And then exhale, circle that hand to your heart. Elbow might touch the thigh as your left arm goes up or over your head. And then you circle that arm. And you inhale your right arm up. And you exhale to circle. And just keep flowing like this in your rhythm, your breath. And try not to make it robotic in any way, but like your breath is breathing through your body, right? So it's soft, tender, fluid. And we're starting to wake up that thigh, breathe in, last dip down, and then exhale, right elbow to thigh. Maybe the forearm comes down, left arm reaches over, or same option before, perhaps the hand finds a block or the ground. And then radiate energy, right? The value is you want to push into that back heel, open and expand. So we're practicing that sense of expansion. So whatever starts to arise in that leg, in that hip, in the mind, the breath acts like an anchor. It helps us expand and open to welcome whatever comes into this experience. Nothing is good or bad, right or wrong. Good. Warrior two, inhale yourself up. And then exhale, straighten out your right leg, turn your right toes in, hands to hips, walk your feet a little closer together. Toes stay pointing forward. You're coming back into that breath of joy. So inhale the arms up like you're sniffing out, up again. Good. Let it go, fold over the legs, big bend in your knees if you need it. Soften the spine, just let your breath start to slow down. Stay with what you feel, stay in your body. And then a little lift as you breathe in, turn over your right leg into that lunge. Step into downward facing dog. Good, so if you're feeling like that energy is moving, things are going well, you're feeling like you just want a little pause, for sure child's pose, Don't use it as an excuse. Remember, you can modify this, even doing it from your knees if you need to, right? So a slow count, right? Better than no count. And then maybe add a little hop. And then maybe we run it. Up to you. Do what you can. Long, deep breaths. Good, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. And once again, slide your hands forward as an option, right? Or a little baby cobra, full cobra last time. Do what you can here. Remember, breath of fire. Still gazing at the tip of your nose. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale up onto your hands and knees, and then wide-legged child's pose. Feet come together like if you were doing frog again, which we're not. Settle back towards your heels, rest your head on the earth with the back of your hands if that feels okay. Long, deep breaths up and down the spine. And slowly inhale back up onto your hands and knees. Slide the knees together for rock pose. Right, so sitting on our heels. If it doesn't feel good for your knees to sit on your heels, go ahead and put a block or a bolster or something that you might need underneath them. Place your hands underneath your thighs. You can also do this in Sukhasana, of course, if you need. So you're going to inhale, turn your head over your left shoulder, look back over the left shoulder, and exhale, turn your head to the right and look over your right shoulder. Go slow. If you have any injuries or issues, speed it up as it feels good and okay in your body to do so. Good, so keep going. You can do this with your eyes closed too, but make sure that you're intentionally still moving your eyes if they're not open. There is a type of therapy, rapid eye desensitization, that works really well for trauma and PTSD, right? So there's a really important piece to our eyes, or drishti, that the yogis knew so long ago, right? They were teaching us to move the eyes, especially if you're getting a little bit more rapid in the movement. Keep going. Try to stay sitting up nice and tall so you're still strong in your body. And then bring your head back to neutral. Close the eyes. Deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top for a moment. Exhale, let it go. Good. Shift your feet over to one side so you can sit on your bum and bring your legs out in front of you. Soles of the feet together. You can make this pose whatever you want. Some of you like to bring the heels in. I like to have a good amount of space between my hips and my heels so that you can feel the low back, groin, hamstrings, all of it together, hips. Okay, so folding forward and down between the legs. Again, here, long, deep breath. You can always rest your head on a block or something if you'd like as well. So we're in
butterfly or diamond pose. So more than the actual postures we did today, the breath is what creates the purification aspect, right? Even if it's full and deep, notice at the end of your exhales if you can really pull your navel back. And then even at the end of that, can you pull it up a little bit towards the heart, right? And then when you fill up, can you let your belly expand and grow like a little Buddha, right? So that the organs have lots of room to breathe too. This is a really good pumping motion for the lymph system, even though it doesn't have its own pump, right? All the breath that we've been doing today, especially breath of fire, supporting moving the lymph, that process of purification, detoxification. Start to slowly bring yourself back up. Take your time. Draw the knees in together. Place your feet on the ground. So you have two options for this next pose. You can either keep the knees bent, hands behind you, lift the heart, hips down. You can lift your hips into reverse table. Traditionally in this pose, we're doing this part of the kriya, we're doing it with our legs straight. So it's up to you how you want to do it this morning. When we go up and take our hips up, we're going to do breath of fire there. We have about 30 seconds or so to a minute. And remember, don't do nothing, do something, building our capacity, our strength, our willingness, our courage. All right, so lift what you can. Gaze towards your big toes. If your knees are bent, gaze forward at the tip of the nose and begin breath of fire. Yes, you can. Keep going. Deep breath in. And exhale, hips come down. Nice job. Take your arms up, toes up, breathe in. Paschimottanasana. You don't have to fold forward at all if your back is unhealthy, feeling tender, or you have any injuries or issues, right? Sitting up tall, visualizing like we did with the breath, the posture in the body just as effective. All right, visualization meditation. So the postures that come in between these pranayama exercises or these parts of the kriya are teaching us, how to be in the intensity, receive the intensity, not react to the intensity, and then how do we soften, release, and relax after that intensity, right? Even when we're in it, how do we stay in the intensity in somewhat of at least mentally or emotionally relaxed state, even though the body might be charged. So right now, we're deregulating, right? We're coming back into that system of soothing, parasympathetic, softening. So ultimately, we're really strengthening and conditioning our nervous system. Bring yourself up nice and slow, take your time. Cross the legs in front of you. If you need a little twist side to side or anything in between, you are more than welcome to do that. We finish with our meditation. So first class, we were working with the pranayama piece. We're going to add that in today. And then as a reminder, which I'll guide you through again, at the end, we stay in the lotus shape. We breathe in really deeply through pursed lips. We hold the breath at the top for the count of 4. I like to say Sat Nam, and then you exhale through your nose, and now we're adding in today that you're gonna breathe out like you were breathing in your breath of joy. So you breathe out 4 equal strokes. And then you hold your breath out for the count of 2. So inhaling, pursed lips, hold for 4, through the nose, 4 equal strokes, hold out for the count of 2. First though, hands come into this lotus mudra, so the base of your wrists are touching, baby fingers and thumb in front of the heart. We inhale to push the hands out like you're pushing away from yourself, and you exhale into lotus. Okay, so start in lotus, close the eyes down. Take a moment, roll the gaze up internally to the 3rd eye. And then we begin rapidly. Inhale, push out, exhale, come in. Last 2, last 1, stay in lotus, eyes still closed. Breathe in deeply through pursed lips. Hold the breath in at the top, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, like you are blowing out through strokes through the nose 4 times. Hold the breath out at the bottom for the count of 2, and then pursed lips. Hold, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, through the nose. Wa, He, Guru. Inhale. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Wa, He, Guru. If you close the eyes just softly like you're very sleepy, continue the breathing breath, that breathing pattern. Like you're sleepy, just gaze at the ground while you do that breath. And imagine with the eyes that you can grow roots into the ground. So like if you were a superhero, the beams of the eyes rooting down into the earth, carrying with you your intentions, your seeds that you're planting for this new season, right? So these beams of manifestation. So growth takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of endurance, a lot of Surya energy, right? This energy of creation, of manifestation. So powerful practice today to really support you into these next weeks, these next months. Maybe just moments is all we can focus on today. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Let your eyes close down. Please remember to lay down and rest, to receive the earth underneath your body and relax. Probably the most important part of this practice. And to do so for at least 5, if you have it, 10 minutes. Just turn on your favorite song and let go. Otherwise, we end today. I offer you this prayer, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. And may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the health, happiness, and freedom of all. And let's seal everything created from a space of love here, wherever we are. With the sound of Om. Inhale. Thank you so much, everyone.